After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Hello and welcome back to Thailand and to Bangkok for the final day of the 2021 World Powerlifting World Cup. We're in the afternoon session and it's about to start with the men's up to 88 kilogram and up to 97 kilogram categories. 3 athletes in each, and we're only minutes away. Athletes backstage in the warm-up area getting set and ready. Various weights for their opening lifts, and it promises to be a really exciting competition. We've already started today with a cracker, plenty of personal bests and drama later on. One more session later on, up to 107 and heavier. You can follow all the results as they happen on the Paralympic website. And also if you search for World Powerlifting as well, you can find all the results on this World Cup. The road to the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Qualification for the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. They will be taking place in the next few minutes. We'll be going through all the qualification standards, the top 8 needed in each weight category. And some of these athletes, I think, will be jumping straight into those qualifying places. Those are the 6 athletes, and you can see the first attempts all the way up to 223 kilograms. So from Soli Puravanji, and that would put him way into the top 8 that's needed to get your plane ticket to Tokyo. More on that as we go through the competition. We're only just over 2 minutes away. Those are the 3 referees. Welcome back then to Bangkok. The men's up to 88 and up to 97 kilogram category. And the first athlete making their way on stage. Ton Yanaparat of Thailand. 120 kilograms. By far the biggest team from the host nation. Lots of personal bests being set. First ever World Cup events here in Thailand. Each athlete with 2 minutes on the clock. 3 attempts each, unless we need a power lift, in case there's any world records, which we've already had this week. Be exactly in the right position on the bench. Looking to keep the bar horizontal as well. No lift. Needs 2 of the 3 referees to give the white light no lift. Chest sequence given. So whether the bar was actually touching the chest, which it needs to, it can't sink into the chest. But he'll be back in round 2 for his second attempt. Upper weight division now, up into the group of up to 97 kilograms. Rod Shamil Sad of Malaysia, 140 kilograms. Quite far below his best. His best is 167.5. This Paralympian, who's been powerlifting now for 16 years. His best was just over a decade ago now. Malaysia have had a fantastic World Cup. Once again, getting into the exact position needed. Very at ease with the weight. And a good lift. The first good lift of this session. Marad Shamil Sad will be looking to go further in this competition than 140 kilograms. Somewhere up towards his personal best. But he starts with a good lift. And with only the 3 athletes in each weight category, getting that first lifting can be all important when it comes to the medals. Substantially less weight than the 2 other athletes in that weight division. But if they fail to register a good lift, can be a better colour medal than was originally thought. Salam Al-Shikyaki of Iraq. 180 kilograms. Now this is just below his personal best of 182. And that was set a few years ago now, 2017. It was set when winning the West Asia Para Games. So he's used to winning medals. Minute left on the clock. Now, Shekaki so a lift of 180. Again, not far off his personal best. 30 seconds. Slight wobble down on his chest. The bar shifted to his left. No lift. Bar control from the three referees. Once the bar got down onto his chest, the whole bar just moved to his left-hand side. Went up horizontally, but that movement enough for all three referees to say no lift. So at the moment, no lifts for two of the three athletes in the up to 88 category. Nicodemus Moses of Malaysia, the third of the athletes in this group. 180 as well on the board. Well, if he is successful here, even though it's the early stages, that will be a big advantage, especially in what looks to be a bit of a matchup between himself and Said for the gold medal. From Kuching in Malaysia. $180 kilograms. With regards to the qualification pathway, the top 8 going to Tokyo. A lift of 180 will move him into around about 12th place on that list. Absolutely no problem with the weights. And a good lift, a white out as well. 3 out of the 3 saying it was a good lift. A white out for Moses. Advantage the Malaysian. And he will advance up that list. 180 kilograms. And at the weight that he operates at, that puts him into 14th place by my reckoning. He needs to go a full 15 kilograms more to go into the top 11. Still 2 lifts to go. Zaire Al-Ali of Iraq, 213 kilograms opening weight in the up to 97 category. Paralympic bronze medalist from Beijing. $213 at his best, 227. That was set nearly a decade ago, though, in the World Cup in the UAE. He has been lifting to a consistent level, though. His best lift actually since his personal best in 2012. Was when winning the West Asia Power Games, a lift of 222. He started his competition 213. This is for 9th place on the qualification pathway list. He'll certainly have aims of Tokyo, being a Paralympic bronze medalist. Good lift. Al Ali off to the best starter. White out in round 1, 213. Up to 9th then on that list. And plenty more, I think, from the Iraqi. $224 now on the bar for the final lift of round 1. Soli Poravangi, favourite for the gold in Bangkok. And many would say favourite for the gold in Tokyo as well. So here's the Iranian. At the moment, he's top of the qualification pathway with a lift of 235 in the World Cup and the World Championships Nur Sultan in Kazakhstan a couple of years ago. 224 here. That 235 was his personal best as well. Paralympian looking to right the wrongs of being out of the medals in both London when finishing 4th and being a finalist in Rio. Lifting better than ever since the Paralympics in Rio. Taking gold in the Asia Para Games 2018 and then that tremendous 235 when winning the World Championships in Nur Sultan. Soli Poravangi, 224, 40 seconds. Groan from the athlete. And a good lift, a white out for the favourites. Soli Poravangi, high five. See the effort it takes. Almost wiping the athlete out. He's got time now to try and recover, gather himself and come again. 224. It could well be enough for gold. Al Ali is looking at 219 next. There's Moses at the top of the up to 88 with the one valid lift. And Soli Poravangi, 224 kilograms, leads the way. Al Ali once again looking at around about the 220. That might change. His best is 227. So still a chance he can overtake the Iranian, but in the form that he's in, wouldn't bet against the Iranian going further up towards the 230s. Round 2 starting. Jan Parirat of Thailand. Very close with the 120 in round 1. Same weight here in round 2. Very precise on his grips. Making sure it's not too wide. 81 centimetres is the limit. Any wider, it will be a no lift. Good first part, a slight dip on his right. The whole bar shifted away to his right as well. And a no lift. So the whole bar just swayed to his right there. Very close once again. Only a minute adjustment needed, and he'll have a third attempt in a few minutes. Up to 97 kilograms and 145 on the bar for the round 2 lift of Mohit Shamil's side. All 3 athletes in this group, all with good lifts in round 1 when compared to just the one in the up to 88. Sad, 140 round 1, 145 here. Finalist in Rio. You'll need more than 145 to get to Tokyo. Certainly capable. He'll need to be lifting near to his best to get automatic qualification. 145, and that's a good lift. Seemed to be a good lift. Very measured. Kept the bar horizontal. And he goes 2 from 2 in Bangkok. So Saad goes backstage, knows he's going to be back in 3rd. And he'll be looking towards 150 for his 3rd round. And that would start to approach the top 8. Salam al-Shakaki of Iraq. He'll be disappointed with missing out on 180 in round 1. And in his battle to win gold here, he's certainly given the advantage away. Just shy of his personal best, remember. So towards the top of what he's lifted so far, but if he can lift this, that will put pressure on Moses. Takes the weight. Quickly down onto his chest. Slower back up. Maybe just slightly out of control on the way down. And a no lift. Bar control press sequence. It's just slightly out of control for me. On the way down onto his chest. And he's yet to register a valid lift. Al-Shakaki. A chance then for the Thai athletes, Jan Parirat, to maybe sneak a silver. Nicodemus Moses then, 185 on the board. Now if he lifts 185, that means Al Shakaki in his final round may have to go higher than his personal best to try and win gold. So 185, this well could be for the gold here. It would also raise him into 12th place on the pathway list. And a good lift. A good lift for Moses, 185. That might well be a gold medal winning lift. Nicodemus Moses, 2 lifts from 2, 185 kilograms. He'll be looking in the 190s next. 2 more lifts of round 2. So here, Al Ali of Iraq. First round lift, 213, 219 on the bar.
For second attempt, representing Iraq, Al Ali.
Al Ali still with an outside chance of gold. And this lift will put him into 7th place, and that will be an automatic qualification spot. At the moment, just outside of the places in 9th. Athletes taking their time, just over a minute to go. Have to be mentally right as well as physically. $219 kilograms then. Al Ali from Mosul. Paralympic bronze medalist. 30 seconds on the clock. Takes the strain. Oh, very obvious pause halfway up. No lift. Yeah, the press sequence. Also one for the chest sequence, but I think the press sequence was the obvious. 219. I think the rest of the lift was absolutely fine. Chest position and the position of the bar as well, absolutely perfect. Just that final effort to lock out the arms. So here you have one more lift, and any idea of winning this competition could well be taken away from him here with this lift. Soli Poravangi. 227. Edging towards his personal best. 235, remember. He's going to Tokyo. At the moment, he's going as the favourite. But right now, 2:27. This to almost certainly secure gold here in Bangkok. Fascinating, everyone's own individual routine. Focus is on the bar. Huge roar, fairly smooth, and a good lift. When compared to Al Ali, he completed the lift. When pushing the bar away from his chest, it was one smooth action. And 227. I think that's the gold medal winning performance. Soli Poravanji, who's been in sparkling form for the best part of 4 years. Since being a finalist in Rio, he really has stepped up and taken this weight category as his own. There we can see 227 kilograms. He leads the way and more than likely will be the gold medalist. Plenty to be decided though in the up to 88 kilogram category as we go into the final round of lifts. So round 3 starting with Jan Parat of Thailand. Missed out on his first 2 attempts at 120. Very close with both of those lifts. Now, if he registers a good lift here, it could be good enough for silver. That will be decided with other lifts to come. But what he needs to do is get a good lift here. He doesn't want to miss out on a home World Cup by bombing out with 3. No lifts. Very measured. Again, the bar slightly dips on his right. That's what happened in the previous lift. But this time, a good lift. 2 out of the 3 referees agree with a good lift. And well, 120 kilograms. First up, delighted for the athlete that he gets a good lift on home soil. But what medal will it be? He goes into second because of the problems with Salam Al-Shakaki, who will be in a couple of lifts' time. First, we jump categories to the up to 97. And Mod Shamil Saad. Perfect competition so far, 140, 145. He knew before the competition started that unless there was anyone bombing out ahead of him, it was going to be 3rd place. Well, this Paralympian just building back towards that best of 167.5. Again, a decade ago now. But if he gets a perfect 3 from 3, that will give him an awful lot of confidence going into the final 2 World Cup events and possibly a place in Tokyo. May well be through discretionary basis if selected. Saad of Malaysia to go 3 from 3 in Beijing, in Bangkok. 40 seconds. And no lift. He knew as well it was a no lift. Chest sequence. Also the press sequence as well. But 2 good lifts in the first 2 rounds. 114, 145 in round 2. He leaves the stage in 3rd place. Now then, here we go in the group of up to 88 kilograms with Salam Al-Shakaki. His 3rd attempt at 180. 2 below his personal best. Now this will be enough for the silver. I quite a little question mark whether he was going to go for any higher, whether he was going to go for a 186, which would have been a personal best in an attempt to go for gold, but he's sticking at the 180. So this is for silver. Watching on, Jan Perat of Thailand. With his lift of 120, he's in 2nd place at the moment. Now Shikaki, 180 kilograms. And also a place just outside the top 8 in qualifying for Tokyo. To automatically qualify, he'll have to break his personal best in the next 2 World Cup events. But if he's just outside those top 8, he could well be selected from that discretionary panel. Especially with no Iraqi athlete ahead of him in the list. Potentially work in his favour. All that to come though, but he needs to get this 180. Whether he goes more than 180 in the next 2 events, we shall find out. So for silver in Bangkok. Better lift than before. There was no pause, but a no lift. Gets to his feet quickly. He knew. So he bombs out of the tournament, Al-Shakaki. Bar control, also chest sequence. Which means it will be a 2nd place for Jan Perak then of Thailand. That last round of 120 enough for 2nd place. So he'll be ecstatic with that silver. Nicodemus Moses was confirmed as the gold medalist once Al-Shakaki opted for 180. $190 then for the gold medalist. Another one for Malaysia. A brilliant World Cup for them. $190 kilograms. Very similar to Al-Shakaki we were mentioning with the pathway. This will put him into 12th place. Also the top Malaysian. Well, that looked to be absolutely perfect for me. And a good lift. Punch in the air. He's absolutely thrilled It looked to be a perfect lift for me.
kilograms.
The bar perfectly horizontal, fluid motion, just a question about the chest. And the referees with a better angle. Well enough agreed. And he's 3 from 3 and a deserving gold medalist. Fantastic competition for the Malaysian. Once again, another gold for them. After the world record yesterday, Moses, he's the gold medalist in the up to 88 kilogram category.
Represent Iraq, Tahir Al-Ali.
Hiya, Al-Ali. Second attempt at 219. A full minute remaining. $219. To go 7th on the list. He's got the silver here. This lift more than likely will take him to Tokyo. Left arm slightly lower than the right on the way up. No lift. He looked over to the referee as well on that side. Almost to say, I know where it went wrong.
Lower the bar to 236 kilograms.
So he goes back to round 1 and that 213 kilogram. I think he'll be slightly annoyed with that. 219, certainly in his ballpark. He finishes second here. Still have opportunities to advance. Maybe in Tbilisi, more than likely in Dubai. So one more lift of this afternoon session. And why not have a go? Solly Horavangi, whose best is 235 when winning that World Championships in Nur Sultan a couple of years ago. He's been in blistering form since Rio. And his best of 235. He's going for 236. He's already top of the pathway. He's the favourite for me going into Tokyo. This will just show the rest of the world that he's not only the best around at the moment at this weight, but also he's getting better.
This attempt is successful when it will be a new Asian record.
So confirmation now, a new Asian record if he's successful. A record that he holds. $236. He's got the gold medal in his back pockets. He's got the best lift so far since 2017 on the pathway to Tokyo. He's the favourite for the gold at the Paralympic Games. Can he break the Asian record and finish his tournament in style? This will be a personal best, 236 kilograms. In the form of his life. Good first part of the lift. Fully extends. Did he touch the chest? That's the question. No lift. No lift. Well, it was a shout of no. He's a few seconds just to gather his thoughts and get some air back into his lungs. The two judges saying it was the press sequence. So maybe not just fully locked out at the end, but a brilliant competition for Solly Puravanji. 227. He leaves the stage still as the favourites going into Tokyo, but also the gold medalist here in Bangkok. Fantastic tournament once again, fantastic competition and records attempts as well on the back of the world record last night from Bonnie Gustin of Malaysia. There's the final standings then. Moses wins gold for the men's up to 88. Jan Pariat will be delighted with silver. Solly Puravanji, gold with 227. Al Ali, first round lifter, 213, good enough for the silver. And Saad of Malaysia, 145, will be in third. The medals awarded in the next few minutes, so stay with us on the live stream for the medal ceremony. Again, only 2 minutes away. One more session of this World Powerlifting World Cup. And that's later on this afternoon. With the men's up to and over 107 kilograms. The big boys will be on the stage later. Local time, the final session. It will start at 4 o'clock. So the stage has been set, and here we go for the medal ceremony then for the men's up to 88 kilogram category. And the two athletes making their way onto the stage. Ton Jan Perat will be delighted with that silver. Final round lift of 120.
Gold medalist representing Malaysia,
Nicodemus Moses, 190 kilograms, a perfect 3 from 3, and a deserving gold medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Malaysia.
a fantastic World Cup so far for Malaysia after the gold medal and the world record yesterday by Bunny Gustin. This time it's Nicodemus Moses with the gold for Malaysia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for women's up to 97 kilograms category. Please welcome the medalists. Bronze medalist representing Malaysia, Mod Shamil Saad.
Mod Shamil Saad of Malaysia, another medal for Malaysia. 145 kilograms and takes the bronze medal.
Senior medalist representing Iraq, Tayyar Al-Ali.
Tayyar Al-Ali, another medal. This time it's silver. First round lift of 213 kilograms.
Gold medalist representing Iran, Syed Amir Salipuravanji.
Salih Pouravangi missed out on a new Asian record with his final round attempt at 236, but he takes gold, 227 kilograms, and he's a favourite for the gold in Tokyo.
Gentlemen, please raise your able for the national anthem of Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, women's up to 97 kilograms category medalists.
Salih Pouravangi with the gold medal. Will we be hearing the Iranian anthem in Tokyo in a few months' time? He takes gold though in Bangkok in the men's up to 97 kilogram category. What a competition! One more session remaining of the World Powerlifting World Cup in Bangkok, and it's the big boys who will be on stage. The men's up to 107 kilogram and over 107 kilogram category. That's from 4 o'clock local time. I know that you'll be with us on the live stream. We'll see you then.